Hi friends, good day. I'm continuing the bank reconciliation statement where we have left yesterday. That in the last class that we had discussion on the introduction part of it. Today let us see this one. When a businessman opens an account with a bank, he is issued a passbook by the bank. Yesterday's class I told you. A passbook is nothing but a copy of the customer's account maintained by a bank in its ledger. Okay, I told you this also. A passbook is nothing but a copy of the customer's account maintained by the bank in its ledger. Entries in the passbook are recorded by the bank whenever customer presents the passbook to the bank for the same. Like you take our example, we periodically we go to a bank, we submit our passbook, and the whenever customer presents the passbook to the bank, the entries will be made by the banker and that will be handed over to us. Nowadays, in some cases, we are having automatic machine where you insert your passbook into it. You will be having the entries printed on that. Mm. Even nowadays, even this facility is there. Mini statement, we can get mini statement through your debit card also. Am I right? So at the same time, when the business maintains a cash book in the bank column, all withdrawing transactions are recorded, like deposit and withdrawals of cash, issue of checks for making payment. So what they are saying, all this at the same time, when the business maintains a cash book with bank, the bank column, all withdrawing transactions are recorded, like deposit and withdrawal of cash, issue of checks for making payment, deposits of checks received into bank, etc. What they are saying, it means that bank column, all withdrawing transactions, whenever you withdraw, that will be recorded. Then like deposit and withdrawals of cash, issue is saying continuation, something, some sentence formation is the issue here. You can see that at the same time, when business maintains cash book, in the bank column, all withdrawing transactions are recorded, comma, deposit and withdrawal of cash, issue of checks for making payment, deposit of checks received into bank, etc. It means, simple words, they'll be recording the withdrawals from the bank, they'll be writing deposit and withdrawal of cash, issue of checks for making payment, deposit of checks received into bank, deposit of checks, that means the check that they receive. Simple words, whatever the money that is being deposited is entered into bank column. We have seen 3-column cash book. Withdrawal of cash from the bank will be recorded, issue of checks by the business for making payment will be recorded, deposit of checks received from customers into bank, etc., also will be recorded. Now if all the transactions in the passbook and in the bank column of cash book are recorded, then the bank balance as shown by the cash book must be the same as the bank balance shown by the passbook. This also I have explained you in the last class, that telling you that cash book balance must be equal to passbook. But this does not happen every time. At time there is a difference between the bank balance as shown by the cash book and bank balance as shown by the passbook. But generally, this is what is called, as I told you, timing difference. Basically, you are making an entry in one book earlier, other book later. That is the reason why generally we may see sometimes there is a difference in cash book and passbook. So what I am going to do now is that we got some reasons for non-agreement of cash book balance with passbook balance. So here I'll take this example. The reason, I'll give you an example to explain this. So you should, if you can understand today's class, I think you can do BRS, right? Anybody, for those who are coming from commerce background, I think there will not be issue. So but again, you can listen to this. Checks issued but not yet presented for payment. Okay, checks issued but not yet presented for payment. Now let me take you to this one. Checks issued but not presented for payment. Checks issued, I'll tell you. What is the meaning? First, let me give you example. Like this is cash book. Okay. This is passbook. Let me say there's a favorable balance. For example, I'm giving two balance brought down, say 20,000. Whenever I talk about cash book means which column I'm talking about? Bank column. Of course, passbook, who maintains this passbook? Tell me. Banker. Passbook is maintained by the banker. So, by balance brought down, we are assuming that both balances are same. Now, what happened? Check issued. Issue means payment. If I need to make a payment to X, my supplier, I'm issuing a check. Instead of giving cash, I'll be issuing a check. The moment check is issued, please remember, who is issuing check? The trader is issuing check. So the accountant of the trader will be making an entry in the cash book. Like he will be writing, by X, check has been issued. Say check number 181. This is check number. Check number 181 was issued for, say, 5,000 rupees. This was issued on, say, 28th January. This is the balance on 1st January 18. 1st January 18. Check was issued on 28th January 18. Now this check has been issued on 28th January, but before closing of account, the check was not presented for payment. Check issued but not presented for payment. The party to the which the check has been issued, he should go to his bank and he should present the check so that the ex banker will be sending the check to the trader banker. Trader banker, once the check is being presented, he will be making an entry on the debit side. Simple words, the moment you issue check as a trader, it will be entered in passbook only the person to whom the check has been issued if he is going to present the check for payment. If the check that has been issued to X is not presented because he is having time to present the check within a period of 3 months. The validity of the check is for how many months? 3 months. Within 3 months he can present the check. But in this case, if you take an example, check issued but not presented means the check has not been presented to the banker. Who maintains the passbook? I told you, banker. Who maintains cash book? Trader. So I'm issuing the check. So the check will be presented to the banker by X. Banker will be making payment. There is no entry. Now come on, tell me. Not presented. So that what happened? As a trader, I've made an entry for 5,000 as if I've paid. I don't know about whether X has been present or not. It is not material for me. So I went for balancing. By balance carry down. I am now having a balance of 15,000. Here tell me, no entry. So what is the balance you are having? 20,000 only. So this is 31st January 18. Balance is 15,000. Here 31st January 18. To balance carry down is 20,000. Okay. So this will become opening balance for 1 to 18 February. By balance brought down 20,000. Now this will become opening balance for next day 1 to 18 to balance carry down. How much? Tell me. 15,000. Now immediately you will be having the doubt. Now the traders balance is traders cash book is showing 15,000, but traders bank balance is showing 20. Both are related to same. This is the account I am maintaining. My account is being maintained by the banker. In fact, cash book and passbook, don't feel that these are two different. I told you it is a mirror reflection of a cash book. Passbook is a mirror reflection of cash book, or passbook is a mirror reflection of cash book, you can say. It means that whatever is there in the cash book, that is being entered in the passbook. But this you are not making entry. Who is making entry? Banker is making entry, because with my money I opened an account. Now tell me, are you having difference or not? Now Suddenly if you look at it, you'll be surprisingly stunned. Array, suddenly you don't, to explain, I'm taking one example. In a day, between the banker and the trader, there will be numerous transactions. In a month, numerous, plenty of transactions. Then what happened? How he can remember? Accountant can't remember. He'll simply keep on making entry. So at the end of the month, if he says that closing balance is 15,000, and whereas passbook closing balance 20, immediately he'll be stunned. What happened? My balance is showing 15, and bank balance is showing 20. Where it went wrong? This is what is called as reconciliation. So then, whether any fraud has taken place, or any mistake has taken place, or any omission has taken place, why I am having difference? To find out that, he will be trying to take the cash book balance, his cash book balance, and he want to match his cash book balance with the passbook. When he can able to do? Only once if we get the statement from the banker. So try to understand, the banker will be sending the statement periodically. Banker will be sending the statement periodically. Periodically means generally January month statement will be sent by the banker to the trader in the first week of February. Following first week of February. The first week of February, after getting it, I have seen 15,000 here, 20,000. Then I start verifying, because my receipt said this is correct, this is correct. I verified. Then I came to know this is check issued entry is nothing but payment is appearing on the credit side, but this is not appearing in the passbook debit side. I told you in the last class, debit side receipts is equal to passbook receipts. Credit side payments is equal to passbook debit side payment. Then I start wondering, what happened? Then I came to know, okay, the check is issued. Then because of this, I'm having the difference or not, I want to cross check. So what is that I do here? So I'll be giving a caption here. This is what you will be following. My cash book is showing less, and whereas passbook is showing, clear to all of you, cash book is 15,000 compared to passbook balance 20. So then what I do, I take this cash book balance, and the result I am talking about, less to more is equal to more is the answer. Less to more is the answer is nothing but my cash book balance is showing less. In order to make my cash book balance equal to passbook balance, what is to be done? This is called as result. Then I say 15,000. To make this 15,000 equal to 20, whatever the issue payment I've written, if I add back 15,000 plus 5, then what happened? Tell me. 20,000, no? Okay, then I say, okay, because of this particular reason, what has happened? Issued check has not been entered in the passbook. Because of that, what happened? Cash book balance is showing less. If I add back this 5,000, then my cash book balance is equal to passbook. That means there is no fraudulent activity has taken place. This is only cross checking. That I'm cross checking. I'm not cancelling. I'll give you a simple example. You have written examination. You got 70 marks, and key has been given to you. After giving the key, you see why I got 70 marks. One mistake you are done, or one entry you are not written, or few entries you are not written. Then you see the key and you try to, okay, had I written these entries, I could have got 100 marks. So 30 mark shortage is because of some mistakes I have done. Maybe some omissions or correction mistakes, something. It's a reconciliation like we are doing now. And after completion of the examination, whenever there is a possibility, we are having paper discussion. When we are having paper discussion, what is that you are doing? The examination which you have written is being compared with the paper discussion. Then to see, okay, these are the mistakes, because of that I have lost the marks, or my solution is not getting tallied to the my answer is not getting tallied to the solution that has been explained by sir. So this is what is called as a reconciliation. So reconciliation is to reason it out, solve the difference. So this is what the reconciliation purpose is, that I want to make my cash book balance to equal to passbook. Then if I do that, so periodically verification is there. I think the people who are maintaining accounts will be cautious. They are verifying that any fraudulent activity is there that can be detected. That is the purpose of doing this chapter. So for doing that, step number 1, all of you Step number one, all of you remember for BRS, first you should have analysis. What is that analysis, sir? Because of particular transaction, which book is showing more, which book is showing less. You entire BRS, you remember these two things. Which book is showing more, which book is showing less. Initially, I'll be focusing on that. Then we discuss about the result. Since it has been, to explain the concept, I have given result. Okay, my dear friends. Simple words, payment entry is there in the cash book. Because of payment entry is there in the cash book is less. Payment entry is not there in the passbook is more. Conclusion, tell me, payment entry is there in the cash book, it is less. Payment entry is not there in the passbook because it is more. If I want to make my cash book equal, if I add the payment entry, if I add back to my balance, my cash book balance is equal to passbook. So this is what a comparison. Okay, this mistake, there is no mistake. This is only timing difference, called a timing. You are making entry in one book earlier, the other book the entry later. Okay, now let me take the another example. Checks paid into bank but not yet cleared. Okay, so checks paid into bank means deposited. So let me take this. Now second example. Checks paid into bank. What that not cleared means? Not yet cleared means not yet collected. Okay, not yet cleared means not yet collected. Okay, let me take the same example. Checks deposited. Checks deposited. Checks paid means deposited. Suppose on 25th January 18, a check was received from Mr. My customer. My customer has given a check for 10,000. So the moment I received the check, 25th January, I have received. You know, I went to deposit check into bank. 26 happens to a Friday. 27th is a last Saturday. 28th is a Sunday. 29th happens to be a festival. So 4 days holidays. And the check has been sent for clearance on 30, and it has been created by the bank in 2nd February. So 5 days, 6 days time it has taken. The moment I deposit check, I'll be making entry in the cash book we have learned in the 3-column cash book. Okay. This is example 2. Come on, tell me. So deposit is there in the passbook. Deposit is there in the cash book, but since it has not yet cleared means not yet credited in passbook. It is also called as not yet credited. There is no entry in the passbook. The moment I have deposited, I am making entry. I am feeling that my cash book balance is 30,000. But whereas passbook is showing 20, immediately I start wondering, what happened? My balance is 30. Then after getting the passbook, I realize that this entry is not there in the passbook. Okay, now I'll try to check that. See how, sir, cash book is showing more, passbook is showing less. This is cash book, this is passbook. Then if I deduct this 10,000 rupees, total 30, no, this is not 30. My balance carried on is 30, no. Here balance carry down is how much? 20, no? Okay. Why balance brought down? 20. So this is on 1st February. This is on 31st January 18. This is on 31st January 18. This is 1st February 18. To balance brought down is how much? 30,000. Now come on, tell me. Here cash book is showing more, passbook is showing less. So to make my cash book balance equal to passbook, come on, I need to subtract. This is formula called less to more, more to less, less, more to less. Like a weighing machine. This is 1 kg. Right hand side half kg. If I want to make my is equal to half kg weighing, by wrongly I picked the 1 kg. I want finally I've decided. I put a query. I put a question. What is the price of the item which I want to purchase? He says 100 rupees. Then initially I thought it's 50 rupees. I thought I'm purchasing 1 kg. But later no, I don't want. But I've already picked 1 kg quantity. Then what I do? I put a half kg weight there. Then half kg I need to take out in weighing machine. Then what happened? To make my the 1 kg to half kg, I need to take out half kg from that quantity which I have already picked. So more to less, less. It's like a weighing machine. So cash book is more. In order to make my cash book balance to passbook, it is to be subtracted. More to less, less. This is what is called as result. So entire BRS is standing on 2 points: cash book and passbook. It's too early for those who are already learned. Don't confuse. When we start problems, Sir is explaining the other way. No. We got so many methods for working out. Result will be the same, my dear friends. Treatment will be the same. I think this is the simplest way, which I've been teaching from last 28 is the same method I am following. Be it is a CPT, MCQ method or descriptive. Whatever the way you learn, you do it. No problem. But you should understand the mistake that has taken place. Okay. So cash book is showing, come on, tell me more. Passbook is showing less. So more to less, less. It means to make my cash book 30,000 equal to 20. 30, if I deduct 10,000, it will be easy. Then okay, my deposit entry is not there in the passbook. That confirmation I can get with the reconciliation statement. So now initially how you should be focusing, come on, tell me. The moment you deposit check, what happened? Cash book balance will be more. Since the entry for deposit is not there, passbook is less. So 2 examples we have seen so far. So how to remember, sir? Simple statement I am giving. Simple statement. This you can remember. Payment entry is there. Payment entry is there in the cash book. Cash book balance is less. Payment entry is there. Payment entry is there in. Suppose payment entry is there in passbook. We have not seen so far, but we may see in coming transactions. Payment entry is there in passbook. Payment entry is there in passbook. It means passbook balance is, you all agree with me, you no need to have any one of you no need to have any commerce background for this. Payment entry is there in cash book. अगर पेमेंट एंट्री कैश बुक में है तो क्या होगा? आपको कैश बुक बैलेंस कम हो जाएगा ना, आपके हाथ में बैंक में 10,000 रुपये, आप 5,000 रुपये लिखे पेमेंट करे बोल के, क्या होता आपका बैलेंस कम हो जाएगा. अगर वही वही पासबुक में अगर पेमेंट एंट्री है तो क्या होगा, पासबुक बैलेंस कम हो जाएगा. राइट, दिस इज अबाउट द पेमेंट. सिमिलरली entire problem I am going to discuss with this like this. Deposit or receipt entry is therein. Deposit or receipt entry is therein cash book. It means deposit or receipt entry is there in cash book. It means cash book balance is more. Deposit or receipt entry is there in cash book. It means cash book balance is more. We also can say payment or withdrawal. Entry is there in passbook. Payment or withdrawal. Entry is there in passbook. Passbook balance is more. Extremely sorry. Already explained. Deposit or receipt entry deposit or receipt entry is there in passbook. Passbook balance is more. Conclusion: deposit or receipt entry is there in cash book. It means cash book balance is more. Deposit or receipt entry is there in passbook. Passbook balance is more. Come on, tell me now. What is conclusion? The payment entry is there in passbook. Passbook is less. Payment entry is there in cash book. Cash book is less. Deposit entry is there in cash book. Cash book is more. Deposit entry is there in passbook. Passbook balance is more. I repeat once again. Repeat it. Payment entry is there in cash book. Cash book is less. Payment entry is there in passbook. Passbook is less. Deposit entry is there in cash book. Cash book is more. Deposit entry is there in passbook. Passbook is more. That means deposit entry is there in cash book. Cash book more. Deposit entry in passbook. डिपॉजिट मीन्स पैसे जाके जमा किया बैंक में. सो अगर वो कैश बुक में लिखे तो पहले कैश बुक का बैलेंस ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. अगर पासबुक में लिखे तो पासबुक का बैलेंस ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाट वी शुड लुक इनटू इट. Okay, so generally this won't happen in case of cash deposit. It happens only when you are depositing check. The timing difference generally arises because of checks. Transactions dealing with checks, issue of checks, रिसिप्ट ऑफ चेक, वो उसमें आपको थोड़ा ये डिफरेंस आ जाएगा. नहीं तो आप डायरेक्ट ही कैश बुक का बैलेंस और पासबुक का बैलेंस दोनों भी एक ही रहता है. एक्चुअली इट विल बी सेम. अगर आप कैश बुक पासबुक कंपेयर करें तो पैसे जाके बैंक में जमा किया, उसमें क्या तकलीफ है? आपका कैश बुक में भी लिख लेते और पासबुक में भी लिखते, तो क्या होता है, कैश बुक पासबुक दोनों एक ही अमाउंट रहेगा. बोथ आर सेम. The problem is that when you're depositing a check, because of clearance or timing difference, that there's a possibility that you may have a difference. Clear to all of you? I repeat once again. Payment entry is there in cash book. Cash book is less. Payment entry is there in passbook. Passbook is less. Passbook less. Payment entry in cash book. Cash book balance less. Payment entry in passbook. Passbook balance is less. Deposit or receipt entry in cash book. Cash book balance is more. Deposit or receipt entry. Passbook balance is more. Clear to all of you? Payment entry is there in cash book balance is less. Payment entry is there in passbook balance is less. Deposit or receipt entry is there in cash book balance is more. Deposit or receipt entry is there in passbook balance is more. Clear to all of you? So now come and let us look at the problem now. Now I think by this time you got the idea. Interest allowed by bank. Interest allowed by the bank means here he has also given the entry will normally be made in the customer's account and later shown in the passbook. Is there some typing mistake here? If the bank has allowed interest to customer, the entry will normally be made in the customer's account, later shown in the cash book. Okay, I'll explain here. Interest allowed. Interest allowed by bank. You can see interest allowed by bank means given by bank. Interest allowed by bank means interest given by bank. Interest given by bank means generally entered in the passbook first. Generally entered in the passbook and later it is entered in the cash book. Interest allowed by bank given by bank generally entered in the passbook and later it is entered in the cash book. Now let us see. Now I think by this time you are clearly comfortable. Just I am trying to explain you the amounts. I can't write for everything, time consuming. So say as I told you 20,000 is opening balance. Here 20,000 opening balance. Interest allowed means interest credited in passbook. Okay, interest allowed means here what is the meaning of interest allowed? Tell me. Created in passbook. Okay, interest say 1,000 rupees. Come on, you tell me. Here there is no payment, no entry, because you will be only knowing after getting the passbook. If I know before getting the passbook, then that's fine, because generally I won't be able to know that. Whatever the entry that is being made by the passbook will be known to the trader only after he receives the communication. Communication is in the form of statement. Come on, tell me. Then what happened here? Passbook balance is showing more by how much? 1000. No? Cash book balance is showing less. Come on, tell me now, what is the statement I have to make here? Cash book is showing less. Passbook is showing more. We talk about result later on. Cash book is showing less, passbook is more. If you want to make cash book balance to equal to passbook, it is to be added, no? Cash book is showing less, passbook is showing more. This is cash book, 20,000. Passbook is showing more because you are having a deposit entry. I have told you here, you can check deposit entry, receipt, deposit or receipt entry is there in the passbook. Passbook balance is more, whereas cash book is not there. Cash book is less. If you know that one book the entry is there for deposit, other book it is not there. If the entry is there in both the books, then it is not a reconciliation item. Sir, what happens if the entry is there in the cash book and passbook? Yeah, if the entry is there in the cash book, passbook for the same month, generally bank reconciliation statement is prepared for period ending. For every 1 month ending, they will be preparing. So within that particular month, if you got entry in both the books, it is not a reconciliation statement. If you got an entry in one book in 1 month, next month, that is after the statement, then the difference will arise. If you suppose 25th January, they have made an entry. 31st, I made entry in cash book. So within the month, I am having entry, maybe 5 days difference, doesn't matter. But before I close the balance of the cash book for the month ending, and my cash book balance is equal to passbook on the same transaction, no issue. But the question arises before the month ending, there is no entry for this interest of 1000 allowed by bank. Allowed by bank means here, allowed by bank means it is been credited in passbook. I have written allowed by bank means credited in passbook. So because of that, what happened? Passbook balance will be more, cash book balance will be less. Okay. Now let me take the next one. Interest and expenses charged by bank. Okay, interest and expense charged by the bank. Charged by the bank means here the payment. Okay. Actually, he's saying that to confuse you. I want to give a clarity. The entire explanation is based on like this. Customer's account later means normally he may made customer's account means the bank customer account. From that it is being copied to passbook. I think that is his contention. So don't confuse yourself. The bank has allowed interest to customer. The entry will normally be made in the customer's account and later shown in the passbook means customer account maintained by the banker will be entered. Passbook is duplication of the bank account, customer account maintained by the bank. That reference is talking. The customer usually comes to know if the amount of interest being pursuing the passbook only, and then he makes relevant entry in the cash book. I think this detailed explanation is not required. You should have given directly. Customer's account first is bank is entering entry in his book, the customer account maintained by him, then that is copying into passbook. That passbook is then after getting the passbook. Detailed explanation is given. In that context, it is correct. But actually, this right away, it could have been like this. It is entered in the passbook, but not in the cash book. Like this, they could have given no problem. So finally, interest allowed by bank. First, where it enters, tell me. In passbook. Then where it enters, cash book. Interest and expense charged by bank. First, where it enters. Tell me, bank. Because interest and expense charged by bank means it is an expense. This is an income. This is income. This is expenses. Income entry is there in passbook. I'm not reading this. Don't worry about it. Expenses. This explanation is correct only, but simple way I'm telling you. Interest and expense charged by banks means, come on, tell me. Expenses. Expenses. Entry is appearing in passbook. Expense is nothing but payment entry. Now you can take this example. Interest and expenses charged by bank. Interest and expense charged by bank means, what do you mean by this? Interest and expense charged by bank means payment made by bank. Payment entry in the bank, you write. Payment entry in the bank. Come on. Generally entered in the passbook and later it is entered in the cash book. Right. Come on, now tell me. Here entry for payment, interest and expenses. Like interest on overdraft, etc. will be debited in the passbook. Say 500. Interest, etc. In cash book, there is no entry. Come on, tell me. In this case, what happened? Cash book is showing more because payment entry is there in the passbook. You can see. When payment entry is there in the passbook, passbook balance is less. Since payment entry is not there in cash book balance is showing more. In order to make my cash book balance equal to that of passbook, more to less, less. So initially, first you should find out which book is showing less, which book is showing more. Get all of you. Next one. Interest and dividends collected by bank. This is in interest and dividends collected by bank. So interest and dividend collected by bank means what happened? Collected by bank means deposit entry is there. Simple words, deposit entry is there. In passbook. That means trader, what happens, he is having some investment like purchase of debentures or purchase of shares in some other companies. Then I will be giving standing instructions to bank that you collect amount on behalf of myself. On debentures, the company is paying interest. On my debentures, whatever the debentures I'm having in XYZ company, that company periodically will be making the payment. You have learned that in debentures chapter. So that interest will be received by the company. By the bank, issued by the company, will be paid by the company, received by the bank on behalf of myself. Now that who is knowing that? First banker is going to know that. Then banker will be informing through passbook. Similarly, dividends, same is the case. So these are nothing but deposit entry in the passbook. Generally entered in the passbook and later it is entered in the cash book. Now this is deposit, no? Interest and deposit. So what happened? Suppose it is coming to 5,000. 5,000. You'll be writing 5,000 rupees here. Cash book, no entry. I've told you already here. Deposit or receipt entry is there in passbook. Passbook balance is more. Passbook balance is more. Here cash book is less because I don't have any information. Come on, less to more, more. In order to make my cash book is equal to passbook, so then what I do, I need to add 5,000, then it becomes equal. This is what the reconciliation problem is, that I want to take one book balance to other book balance. I want to match, I want to make my book balance to passbook balance. So far I've been only one dimension I'm explaining. I'm always taking example of trying to make my cash book balance to equal to passbook. This is actually really they do like that. But in the examination, sometimes they'll be asking you giving passbook balance. They may be asking you to make passbook balance equal to cash book. That we'll discuss when problems comes. For the time being, one dimension I'm explaining. Generally, practically speaking, this is how the people will do. This is since the second class. I'm trying to give you to give a clarity to you that I'm taking the example where I'm trying to reach my cash book balance equal to that of passbook balance. So deposit entry is there in passbook. Passbook is more. Deposit entry is not there in cash book. Cash book is less. Okay, next, we'll see the next one. Direct payment by the bank. So the next one, example, 5. Direct payment means like my utility bills. Direct payment made by bank. Like my utility bills. My utility bills means current bill, water bill, telephone bill, local taxes, or salaries to employees. I've given standing instruction every month, first week you clear all those things. So standing instruction I've given my trade business or my director of the my boss has given, the business boss has given, the director of the business organization has given, the or CEO, whatever the name you call them as, has given instruction, standing instruction. You make a payment. Direct payment made by the bank, like expense of business paid. Business expenses paid by bank. Entered in the passbook and later it is entered in the cash book. Come on, tell me. Payment is there in which book? Payment. Payment means passbook. Payment means here I told you right hand side is deposit. You all are aware left hand side is payment. Say 10,000 is payment. Come on, tell me. Payment entry is there in passbook. It means passbook balance is less. Whereas cash book balance is more. More to less. If I want to make this equal to passbook balance, the result, what is that I should do? It's simply, the problem is about statement adding, subtracting, adding, subtracting. That's it. No debit, no credit. Only you should need to have a knowledge of which is debit, which is credit. That's it. Okay, the problem is all about plus and minus. Simple. More, less. Less means minus. More, result is more means it is to be added. If you remember these two statements, I think you can do any problem. This is completed. Now let me take you to the next one, sixth. Direct payment into by the customer. Direct payment into bank by a customer. Is nothing but direct deposit by customer. Direct payment into bank by customer is nothing but direct deposit by customer into bank. When the direct deposit, what happens? So one of my customer who has to pay, make a payment. Now I am staying in Hyderabad, my customer is staying in Delhi. Now he says that he has asked my account number, I have given. A core banking, you can deposit money from anywhere to anywhere, from any bank to any bank. So he has to pay 30,000 rupees to me. So 30,000 rupees, he has taken my account number and he has deposited 30,000 rupees into my account. So who is going to know? Who is going to know this? First banker. Generally entered in the passbook and later it is entered in the cash book. So all these transactions so far will be known to whom first? Will be known to whom first? Banker. So it's the 30,000 rupees direct deposit by customer into bank. So the trader is not having idea because the trader is only able to know only once he get the passbook. Come on, tell me. Now passbook, the deposit entry is there in the passbook. I've told you already. Deposit or receipt entry is there in passbook. Passbook balance is more. Clear to all of you? Which book balance is less? Deposit entry is not there in the, so cash book. Cash book balance is less. So less to more, more. To make it equal, it should be added. Clear? The next one. Dishonor of a bill discounted with the bank. We'll be discussing that bills of exchange, discounting of a bill. Dishonor of a bill discounted. For the time being is nothing but, let me briefly explain. dishonor of a bill discounted with bank. See what happened. Um, like we'll be discussing in the bills of exchange. Anyhow, let me give briefly an example. Suppose I've sold goods to X, or X has sold goods to Y for say 50,000. 50,000. So this is credit sale. Credit sale. Y says that he's going to make a payment after 2 months. So in the meanwhile, X has drawn a bill on Y. So for X it is called as bills receivable. For Y it is called as a bill. X has drawn a bill on Y. X has drawn a bill on Y. 3,000 rupees. X has sold goods to Y. The bills of exchange is acknowledgement of a debt, like a promissory note. When somebody owes money, I'll ask him to give a in writing. He has given in writing that he is going to make a payment after 2 months. But 50,000 rupees is a not small amount. So he want the cash very immediately. So he has approached his bank. Okay, you take the bill. The bill I'm going to get this amount after 2 months. Going to be paid by Y. So the banker has accepted. He say you discount is 1,000 rupees. That means you forego 1,000 rupees. I'll give you 49,000. 50,000 rupees bill has been discounted by foregoing 1,000. So how much X is getting? 49,000. This is what is called as discounting of 50,000 rupees bill which is supposed to get from Y after 2 months. Without waiting for 2 months, he can approach the banker, he can present the bill. The discounting is nothing but by foregoing some amount. Say 1,000 rupees called as discount charge. Discounting means like foregoing some amount. 49,000 rupees amount by X. This 49,000 is happy because he, instead of waiting for 2 months, he's getting cash rotation is there in the business. Now, what happened on the due date? Actually, Y has to make a payment of 50,000 bank. Y has to pay 50,000 rupees to banker. If Y is unable to make the payment to the banker, who is liable to pay? X is liable to pay to the banker. See, on the due date, who has to pay? Make the payment? Y. Y is unable to make the payment. Banker cannot go and ask Y. It is a relation between a banker and X. So finally, who has to make a payment? X has to make a payment. So whenever there is a dishonor, that means simple word. Dishonor means simple word. Passbook, debit side, entry will be passed. Simple words. Remember like this. Passbook debit side entry will be passed. Which side? Passbook debit side entry will be passed. Passbook debit side entry will be passed. Now look at this. If I give an example of 50,000. So let me change this. Let me make it into 2 lakhs. Say 2 lakhs. Huh? Let me add one more zero. It becomes 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs is the balance. 50,000 dishonor. Dishonor means already the amount has been collected from the banker now. Banker now, since you need to make a payment, I am debiting your account. I am debiting your account means the withdrawal, like payment. Because he has already borrowed. Simple words like borrowing money from banker. So when you are unable to make a payment, why is unable to make a payment on the due date? The banker is going to make an entry for 50,000 on the debit side. Come on, generally entered in the where book, passbook, and later it is entered in the cash book. Simple words, how to remember, sir? Dishonor of a discounted bill is like a payment. Come on. Payment entry is there in the passbook. It means passbook is less. So please remember, simple way, whenever check or bill discounted, anything is dishonored, then you can understand that payment entry is appearing in the passbook. It means passbook is showing less, cash book is showing more. If you want to make cash book equal to passbook, it is to be subtracted. These things we discuss, result we discuss later on. For the time being, emphasis should be which book is showing more, which book is showing less. This is very, very important. Okay. This is example number 7. Coming back to the 8th one. Example number 8. Okay. Come back to 9th one. Bill collected by the bank on behalf of the customer. Bill collected by the bank on behalf of the customer. Bill collected on behalf of the customer means, like I've told you, this example, X has a drawn on bill on Y for 50,000. See, he says that this bill has been drawn on, say, this bill has been drawn on, say, 1st January 20. Due date is, say, 4th March 20. So 4th March 20, the X has to go to Y and has to collect 50,000. Instead of X is going to Y and collecting, X will be directing the banker to collect. That means X may direct his banker to collect. Then banker will go to Y and it collects the money. X may direct his banker to collect and bank will go and collect the money from Y. So who is collecting the money? Bank is collecting the money. So who is collecting the money? Simple words, bank is collecting the money. Bank is collecting the money means it is like a deposit. Deposit is there in which book? Tell me, passbook. Say 50,000 deposit. I'm taking same 50,000 example. We will be discussing bills of exchange. Bill can be retained, bill can be discount, bill can be endorsed, bill can be sent to bank for collection. Just I am taking example the same. Or you take 40,000 if you don't want. If you are having confusion, let me take 40,000. Let me take 40,000. If you are having, sir, why those two amount, two things different? Let me take this as a 40,000. Another bill. Okay. Come on, tell me. Now 40,000 rupees has been collected. So come on, deposit entry is there in which book? Passbook. Deposit or receipt entry is there in passbook. Passbook balance is more. So generally entered in the passbook and later it is entered in the cash book. So passbook is showing more because I told you deposit is there in which book? Passbook. Cash book is showing less. Come on. Now to make cash book balance equal to passbook, it is to be added. Okay, clear to all of you? Then an error. Error means rarely commits an error. It does if it does, the balance shown in the passbook will naturally differ from shown. This we discuss these errors later on. Error mean wrong debit, wrong credit entering on the one side or other side. This we work out when we take the problems, right? Error may be wrong debit. Wrong debit means in by mistakenly passbook it has been debited. A particular transaction by mistakenly passbook has been created. Or casting mistake, totaling mistake. These things we discuss later on. Too early to comment on that, right? So this is what about your, this is all about your, I think you got the clarity. Initially, step number one, you should remember how to do BRS. Come on, tell me. Initially, first step, see which book is showing more. And which book is showing less. Which book is showing more and which book is showing less. Then second point. Then apply the formula. Reconcile and arrive at the other book balance. Sir, how, sir? If it just come starting with cash book, I'm using starting point. Cash book. With this, I have to compare with passbook. This is result. This is result means what you need to do. It also starting point also can be from passbook. So far, in today's class, our discussion was by taking cash book balance as starting point. So far in today's class, our discussion was by taking cash book balance as starting point. It also can be by taking starting balance as passbook. But the formula is same. Then if it is starting point passbook, you write passbook. With this passbook, you are trying to find out cash book result. Formula is same. This is starting point is passbook. Less to more, more to less, less. कम है तो ज़्यादा करो, ज़्यादा है तो कम करो. Simple. कम है तो ज़्यादा करो. Is less add. अगर ज़्यादा है तो क्या करना, कम करना, क्योंकि we want to make passbook balance equal to that of cash book. सिंपल तरीके से आप रिमेंबर कर सकते हैं. कम है तो ज़्यादा करो, ऐड. अगर ज़्यादा है तो क्या करना, कम करना. बस उतना ही. सिंपल फॉर्मूला. स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट इज passbook. We also can do like this. So I hope you all are following this. In the coming classes, we will be working out the problems. So this is about so far about BRS. Then if none of circumstances mentioned above exist, the balance shown by passbook and that shown by the cash book will agree. अगर ये जो भी ऊपर जो बताए ना आप लोगों को, अगर ये कॉसेस अगर नहीं है तो BRS प्रिपेयर करने का जरूरत ही नहीं है. At the end of the month, the two balance should be compared, and if there is a disagreement, exact reasons for it be established. अगर डिफरेंस है तो क्या करना, ये रीजंस फाइंड आउट करके उसके हिसाब से अपन प्रॉब्लम करना. ठीक है. नीड एंड इम्प्रूव इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ BRS. Why should we do BRS? It is essential to prepare BRS statement due to following reasons. A bank reconciliation statement locate the errors or omissions that may have been committed either on the part of the customer or the bank. Customer means trader. The errors so detected can be rectified accordingly. Mistakes को भी कर सकते. Next, by preparing a BRS, the customer becomes assured of the correctness of the bank balance shown by the cash book. See, when you start comparing yourself, like you after getting your done examination well, after getting your the solution, if you compare, you feel satisfied. Okay, I've done well. Similarly, by preparing BRS, the customer becomes sure of correctness of the bank balance shown by the cash book. It helps him making further transactions with the bank. Everything is going on well. That confidence he gets. A reconciliation statement facilitates the preparation of a revised cash book that we will be discussing in the coming days. Revised cash book means by whatever the omissions are there, if you enter it becomes revised cash book, or it is called as amended cash book. Example, entries relating to bank charges, interest allowed, direct payment by bank on our behalf will be recorded in the passbook, but for which there is no entry in the cash book. Such entries will now be recorded in the cash book. So what happened after getting the passbook, the entries which are not there in my cash book, if I record my cash book balance is equal to passbook, that is what is called as revised cash book. In future we will be learning this revised cash book is also called as amended cash book. It is also called as adjusted cash, and it will be taken to where balance sheet. We'll be discussing that later on stage. Periodic preparation of the statement reduce chances of embezzlement. I told you, misappropriation, fraud by the staff of the firm, or even that of the bank. Sometimes bank also may do. For example, if cashier merely makes an entry in the cash book but does not deposit the cash and checks into bank, it will be disclosed by preparing a BRS. See, he made an entry for deposit in the cash book, but actually he has not deposited the check. Yes, sorry. Um, he has made an entry for deposit of a cash into bank, but he has not deposited cash. Check he can't escape, but cash I'm talking about. Suppose he has taken 10,000 rupees from bank to from business to deposit. That he has made an entry that 10,000 rupees has been deposited, but the 10,000 rupees has actually not deposited to bank. Then what happened? The 10,000 goes into his pocket. So those kind of mistakes he can know. Okay. Um, Very rarely checks it will not affect, because check is account paycheck generally, but it can be you may be having, like, I mean, to deceive the trader or to trouble the trader. Sometimes he may be doing that. So that is why these kind of things will come out. It will be disclosed by preparing BRS. A reconciliation statement helps in revealing the unnecessary delay collection of checks by bank. See, when we keep on depositing and we came to know that we are after them, and we asked why the check has been so, why it has not been sent for clearance. So we can ask them and we may be getting appropriate reply. So for that purpose also, BRS is useful. It is also helping keeping track of checks which have been sent to bank for collection. So check deposited, to what extent the check has been it is in progress, when how many days it will be created. I think nowadays these things have been not a big worry, because with core banking you can transfer from anywhere to anywhere very quickly. The processing has changed, a lot of things have changed, but having said, still BRS is having significance. BRS is prepared by sole proprietor, BRS is prepared by partnership concern, BRS is also prepared by company, right? And finally, who prepares this BRS? That final question, who prepares BRS? Any idea? Option A, trader. Option B, bank. Trader prepares. Banker, why should he prepare? Because trader money is the bank, so it is responsible on the part of trader. And generally, cashier who is preparing cash book is prepared. No, the cashier, if he prepares BRS, whatever the mistakes he has done or whatever the fraud activities as he has done, he covers. Generally, BRS will be given by a trader to a person who is not in charge of cash book. But this is prepared by trader, means trader's accountant will prepare, but the not the cashier who prepares cash book. Because cashier, if he was maintaining cash book, if he prepares BRS, he knows the mistakes which he has committed, so that he can come out of it. That is why generally bank trader will be giving entrusting the job of BRS. The person who is maintaining cash book is not entrusting to the person who is preparing maintaining cash book. He is entrusting the job to other than the cashier. That means he is entrusting the job to a person who is not in charge of cash book. So, but who prepares? Means trader prepares. Trader's accountant prepares BRS, but not banker. Okay. With this, theory part has been completed. So we are having the problems that from next class onwards we can start problems. We are having here 1, 5, 6, 7, 8 problems we are having. 8 problems we work out, and we are having different models. Those things we will be having discussion in the next class. From last class and this class about theory introduction part. I hope you got some clarity. Once we start working out the problems, we'll be having clarity on further clarity. Okay, my dear friends, we'll meet in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Thank you. God bless you all.